If your coin is tight and you're looking for something to stretch your budget, you're gonna love this video. So today we're going to talk all about shopping on a budget and how to put outfits together for almost nothing. And I am an expert at this subject. I was divorced over 20 years ago and I had 2 small children and I had moved away for a job and I was just terribly broke. I mean, I counted every single penny I had, and I can remember how difficult it was for me to get dressed, to look relevant, to still look current. And it was also during a time where ladies really dressed in the office. It was not casual whatsoever. And I had to thrift everything that I owned for my work wardrobe. And let me tell you, it was really difficult because I am a large woman. I'm also 5'10". Now, I was thinner at that time, but I was still considered plus size in the fashion world. I think I wore like a 12 or a 14 at the time because I had lost weight after my divorce. And I really did struggle to find pieces at the Goodwill, which is mostly where I shopped at, that, you know, would fit me and look decent and look current. It was a real problem. And that was at a time where, you know, there was not really a fast fashion scene going on. So you could get well-made clothes. However, they were the type of clothes that, honestly, half of the clothes in the store at that time looked like something that people had dumped off after they had an elderly relative who had passed away. The clothes were of great quality, but there wasn't anything in there that was modern or contemporary. So when it comes to a budget, I understand that. And today what we're going to talk about is I found I have been very interested in, you know, changing my style up a little bit. Like, my mostly spring and summer style is to dress in the coastal grandmother casual look. It just fits my lifestyle. I love it. It's all neutral. However, it can get a little boring sometimes for me. And I just like to change it up. And one of the other things I have been working on for like 2 years, and I just have had a difficult time dressing a little more feminine and dressing, you know, learning how to dress my body at the same time. And so when I locked in on these tank style dresses, I was like, are you going to wear a tank? Because one thing I've talked about before is I'm very self-conscious of my arms. But I was like, no, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try that silhouette. It's, you know, the column dressing is what I'm really interested in because I don't like a lot of, you know, bows and whistles and patterns and that sort of thing. So what I purchased was a 3-pack of tank dresses from Amazon. They were less than $35. And I'm going to show you one of the dresses here. This is what we're going to be styling today. And as you can see, I am in a sweatshirt. It's just really chilly here in the mid-Atlantic. We have had rainy days. It is rainy now. And it's supposed to clear up this afternoon, but it's been very chilly all week. I've had to dig back through a lot of my sweaters. I hadn't put all my sweaters away yet for the season. So I have been wearing long sleeves and sweaters. And I did want to say that, or point out that this is a Walmart Time and True sweatshirt that I got for less than $15. And I just really love that buttery pale yellow that's trending, and it has the baby blue on it, which I have been very interested in. And I realized that I didn't really have any sweatshirts. I have sweaters, and then I have like t-shirts. I don't have a lot of blouses, and I didn't have like just, you know, something that I could kick around on a Saturday when I'm in my house and it's chilly. So anyway, if you're interested in this top, they do have it in other colors. And I liked it that it had sort of this retro pattern to it. And I intentionally got it very big on me because, you know, I just wanted to be super comfy. But I'll leave a link to that below. But with these dresses, these are made out of 95% polyester. And the other 5% is spandex. They are ribbed. They're just a simple, you know, tank dress. It's a straight column. It does have a split in it. It is what they consider to be a maxi length. It's actually the perfect length on me because it's not quite maxi. And so, you know, you can see my shoes a little bit more than someone who is not as tall as me. However, they come in 3 packs, and they come in all different variety of colors in those 3 packs. So I thought, well, what a challenge it would be on a budget to figure out how to style these, especially right now when it's still cold here. Yes, it's spring, but it's very chilly. So I think what I'll do in this video is I'm going to show you some ways that I style this for cool spring weather. And then later on, I can show you some things I'm thinking about for the summer, or talk about some of the things I'm thinking of getting in the summer to make these work for me. So let's get into the video. All right, all my salty 60s that want to save a little bit of coin, let's get into this video. But before we do, I have a little preamble to tell you as usual. First off, I want to say that I do not have any shapewear. I did not wear shapewear with these dresses. I ordered some. It has not come in yet. They would have improved the look, I believe. I have had no need to wear shapewear, and I don't think they looked horrible without it. However, I would have felt a little more held in with it. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about was make sure as you're watching this that you impose your style rather than my style on what you would wear with these tank dresses. Because they are a simple dress and because of the material they're made out of, I wanted to keep them very, very casual. So I decided to go with 2 pieces of footwear. I went with sneakers, various sneakers that I have, and then I used my cowgirl boots for this, for a couple of the outfits. And the reason I did that is because, to me, even though it's chilly here, and it may be chilly where you're at, I just feel like wearing a full-on boot in April just feels wrong. I'm ready for the lighter colors, the lighter looks, the lighter materials. And the cowboy boot I have, or cowgirl boot, whatever you want to call it, the length of it is, it lends itself a little bit more to spring. So I wanted to get that out of the way. And then I had also purchased, along with these tank dresses, a whole box, basically, of new sunglasses for me. I am a huge fan of retro aviator glasses. I have always worn aviator glasses because they look the best with my face shape. And talk about cheap sunglasses, well, we're going to get into those too. And I believe that's all I wanted to say about the outfits today, except remember that you can dress them up for your style. And let's get into it. All right, for the first outfit, I paired the beige or ivory colored tank with a trucker jean jacket. Now, trucker jean jackets are still in style. They are still a thing. They're like that big boxy type of look. Here, I went ahead and rolled up the sleeves, pushed them up, and just kept it open, kept it simple. I do want to say though about the denim jackets is I am starting to see them come back with a little bit more detail, and I'm seeing princess seams again. Maybe not the way we styled them, 10, 15 years ago, but I am seeing some of that come back. But I just thought that was a nice look. And here I put on this cute little neck scarf. It had a little pink in it and brown, and you can't really see this in the video, but the brown in the scarf almost looks like a rope, which I think tied in with the brown cowgirl boots that I put on. And I just thought that this was a nice, cute little look. Second look, I just popped on this really nice cotton button-up shirt that I had and put on a pair of sneakers. I wanted to do the streamlined sneakers, so I used my Pumas, and they're also a great color that goes with the dress. I really like that combination. This was just a really simple look. The cotton shirt that I picked up last year at Target, and I think it's called their New Day line. And I will say, if you're interested in them or it's not something you bought, these are not the kind of cotton white shirts that you are going to get that you're going to be able to keep the wrinkles out. So I have given up trying because I realized they're just not made that way. Obviously you don't want to look like they were balled up in a corner of your closet or something, but they're not going to, even when you iron them, iron very nice. However, they are thin, they are nice, And I just thought that this was an alternative. Like, there are going to be degrees of coolness. The first outfit with this beige dress, that trucker jacket is very thick, very warm. The boots are also warmer. This is a little bit more lightweight. And of course, I'm showing more leg here, but that would, that would work out great if it was like in the 60s for me anyway. So let's take a look at the next tank dress. So I really, really like this look. This is a Amazon purchase as well. It is a wrap jacket. It has sort of the scuba material feel to it. Very soft, and it's very lightweight. Like, I wouldn't want to use it for warmth. So it wouldn't be something, it's something you would wear in early spring or in early fall. You could button it all the way up. It was a little bit too small for me. And so I really didn't want to try to button it all the way up, but I thought it just gave a really, really nice look. And again, I kept the boots here. I thought it was just a kind of a chic little look, easy to wear, very plain, kind of fits with my minimalist style that I like. And I just thought that was a good look. So for this second look with the black tank, I went with pairing it with a asymmetrical cape that I had purchased from J. Crew. I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. It is cashmere. It is warm. I really, really like this look. I thought that it looked very, very chic, but yet casual, because I added my New Balance gray and black sneakers. These are not quite like the ugly dad sandals or like the really big trainers. I think they have like kind of a happy medium. I've had these for probably about 3 or 4 years as well. I would like to get another pair all in black, but I just really like this. All right, now I have on the navy tank here, and I just topped this with a simple spring weight sweater from, where did I get that from? I think LL Bean. It is the perfect weight. Like, it's thin, but I didn't feel like I was freezing in it. This would have been perfect for me to wear today. And I just popped these on with some No Boundary sneakers that I had picked up from Walmart. I mean, they were like, I don't remember what I paid for them. I believe those were less than $20. I purchased them a couple months ago because I wanted to be able to wear those with some of my wide leg jeans and other things this summer. But I just thought that this was simple and really, really cute. All right, for this next look with the navy blue tank, I just topped on this sort of, I guess I was going for maybe like a coastal cowgirl grandma style here, because it definitely screams coastal to me with that blue and white striped shirt. Again, this is from Target. It's that New Day brand. And I just tied it up here in the front. And then I think what made the outfit really cute was I added a little red bandana, because I do like tying the little scarves around my neck. I prefer to draw attention to my face rather than my waistline. But then I just thought this looked really cute with the cowgirl boots as well. And I just thought it was a great outfit. So hopefully you got to see how you can put multiple outfits together for less than $35. And you'll really be able to wear this dress or these dresses for 2 seasons, spring and summer, because once the weather gets cooler, I have some ideas of things of how I want to style them, because I'm not fond of just having like a tank top on. I don't think it's very flattering on me. So I wanted to hold these up as a little bit of a tease. I got these earrings probably, 4 or 5 years ago from Amazon. They're made out of like the raffia, and I just think they are so adorable with the blue and the yellow. So that's a little bit of a tease of what I want to do with the blue tank. I want to pair it with yellow. So I did purchase a yellow wrap, summer wrap, and I think that will look really pretty. And especially after seeing how the cape looked on me, I really like that look. And I think I would like to find some of those silky, or either silky or maybe cotton gauze type capes or capelets, whatever you might call them. I'm not sure. But that gave me some ideas on what I would like to do. And of course, come spring and summer, you can change these out for your sandals. So that's a little tease. So I'll be able to do another video with these tank dresses once the weather changes and I genuinely start to dress, in a much cooler way. So the last thing I wanted to share with you is I had purchased these sunglasses from Amazon, and I just thought they were just neat. They are so cheap. I don't mind a pair of cheap sunglasses. I'm not the girl that, even if I had an unlimited budget, I would probably never buy a designer brand pair of sunglasses because I am really, really rough on my sunglasses. I throw them in my car. I throw them on my seat when I go to pump my gas, and then I accidentally sit on them. I bend them up, I break them up, I throw them in my purse, they get scratched. So, you know, it would just not be a good idea for me to have expensive designer sunglasses, but I wanted to show you up close. I thought these were really cute, and like the tank dresses, this particular brand does have different packs with different colors in them, but if you like the retro aviator style, I wanted to show you these up close a little bit better. And as you can see, this is sort of a taupey color, the frame. And I just really like that. I thought that was unusual, and you know, hopefully it'll eventually go more and more with my hair. Which that's a story in itself. I'll give you a little update here in a second with that. These I thought were, that I picked out in the pack that I picked out. I don't know how well you can see it here, but they have this beautiful, almost a turquoisey blue frame. And I just thought that was really, really pretty. And I like the size of them. They are a bit oversized. And it's just a fun way to change up your outfit and, you know, feel a little special. Now, these were like a dark gray. As you notice, some of the glass on these are very different, but I do like these. And then I have the last pair, which was a really dark. They have these green lenses, which I think are so cool. Something to change it up with a little bit, but they are a very dark, like, tortoiseshell design with the frames on these, and I just thought they were just a neat little thing. So, you know, you can kind of stay current and, you know, change up your outfits, change up your looks. I hope you enjoyed this today, and I will see you in the next video.